Episode 43. The new NFL season has just started, though it's preseason. There's a new football league starting in 2019. And did Brady get a new deal before Gronk? Stay tuned.
Welcome to The Sports Perspective, an American football fan cast about the New England Patriots and also news from around the league. Here is your host, Roy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 43 of The Sports Perspective. And yes, the NFL season has begun. And how did the Patriots look against Washington? How did those young guys fare? And did you know that there's a new football league starting in 2019? Will it compete with the NFL? Well, we'll talk about it a little bit and see what's up with that. But let's get into some details that came out about Tom Brady's contract. Now, ESPN's Field Yates is reporting that some of the details that talks about Brady's contract as it relates to the salary cap. Now, apparently, Brady has received an additional $5 million in incentives. And Brady had $10 million of $14 million base salary for 2018 converted into a signing bonus. So basically, that $10 million is all a signing bonus now. So there's $4 million that's on the cap less than what it was before. Basically, this is what it comes down to. His salary charge will stay the same at $22 million, but it jumps to $27 million next year. And this, I guess this was done to bring Brady's pay closer to all the other crappy NFL quarterbacks. Apparently, Brady has been grossly underpaid. And that's why the Patriots have been able to win championships. They've been able to sign their players, sign other players if they needed to, and basically keep a decent roster. And let's face it, you can thank Brady for that. And I'm surprised more NFL players haven't subscribed to it. And think about it, if Brady got paid what he was worth, you know, you hear Garoppolo's getting like almost, $30 million, something ridiculous like that. And what the hell has he done? You know, I like Garoppolo, but that kind of money already and he hasn't done anything? Brady, he's the GOAT. Whether you love Brady or not, he's the GOAT. If Garoppolo's worth 30, how much is Brady actually worth? Come on. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But anyway, they raised up his salary a little bit to, I don't know if it was to keep him happy or if it was to be a little fair. I don't know. But they raised his salary, so good for him. He needs that $5 million, so I'm sure kids will be able to eat now. So, all right, let's jump into the Patriots in Washington. You all know by now that the Pats won 26-17. It was kind of an uneventful game. Offensively, the quarterback play, Brian Hoyer played most of the game. He looked all right. Danny Etling came in the fourth quarter. And I don't think either quarterback is actually going to be replacing Tom Brady anytime soon. Now, I know it was the first game, but yeah, no. I think Tom Brady is your quarterback, and hopefully he can play the next 4 years because, yeah, if he leaves in the next year or two, we're screwed. We are screwed. As far as the running game, the running backs look pretty damn good. Jeremy Hill, who I like, I'm happy they picked him up, ran the ball really well. I think he was definitely a big winner in Thursday night's game. He had 11 carries for 51 yards. That's like a 4.6 average. That's awesome. That is awesome. And there was a surprise. The surprise was the undrafted rookie, Ralph Webb from Vanderbilt. Now, remember this name. This could go one of two ways. Either Ralph Webb is the real deal. He's going to come in, and we're going to have a strong running team this year. Or he's going to fade away into the sunset, and then we'll never hear from him again. One of those two is probably going to happen. He actually ran the ball very well. He had scored 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. Not too bad. And if you watch the game at all, the announcers kept saying that Webb reminded them of Lewis. Not a bad compliment for a rookie. And even Mike Gillislee. Yes, he's still on the team. He had 7 carries for 31 yards. I don't know. I don't know if it's the plays they're picking for Gillislee, but he's just, man, I don't know. He's just not I don't know if he's just not a right fit or what's going on. I do notice when they tend to run him outside the tackle, or I don't know if he's bouncing it out, he gets stopped. And he's definitely a downhill runner. He needs to get the ball, run in between the tackles, and just slam into somebody. That's what he needs to do. That's what he's good at. So, Gillislee, run between the tackles, please. But the Patriots were very good at running the football. Other than that, it was really of 2 halves, really. The Patriots got their butts kicked in the first half, 17-0. Though they got a late field goal, blah, blah, blah. Second half is when everything started to click, you know. Well, as much as they can click in the first preseason game. As far as the rookies, some of the rookies looked pretty good. Some not so well. Devon Lucien, he had 4 receptions for 71 yards. Again, like Webb. You know, I've seen this before. I'm sure you guys have also. You get this wide receiver who lights it up in the first game and a half, and then he just vanishes. You don't see him again. It's like, what the hell happened to that guy? Yeah, well, because they suck. Got lucky, had a couple spurts of good play, and then he just vanishes. And tight end, Ryan Izzo, who I didn't see play a lot in college, but he has something. I don't know if he has enough to make the Patriots. He had a couple receptions for 15 yards, 3 receptions, I believe. So we'll see what goes on with that now. My boy, Braxton Berrios, yeah. He lit it up. He had 1 reception for 3 yards. Yeah, I know. You're laughing. I still like this kid. I really like this kid. He can return kickoffs. He returned 1 kick return for 13 yards, so not too bad. And he also returned a punt, but it went out of bounds, so he really didn't get a chance to show what he can do. And on a quick note, the players on both teams actually stood for the national anthem according to the AP News. So, for everyone who was closely watching on that, apparently both teams actually stood up. So, there you go. Now, defense. This is where I was paying attention. I was really paying attention on defense because we sucked in the Super Bowl. I'm going to keep saying it until we don't suck anymore. We sucked. Now, linebacker Jawan Bentley had 5 tackles. Good job, rookie. In rookie number 2, Christian Sam had 3 assisted tackles. You know, these are the 2 rookie linebackers. So that's pretty good for our first game for these 2 guys. Hopefully they can build on this and add some depth to our linebackers because we desperately need it. And my guy, Derek Rivers, he looked good. He looked very good. Looked quick, looked strong. He had three tackles and 2 quarterback hits. He was getting double-teamed a little bit. He was fighting it off really well. He could be something this year. I think this is someone we should keep an eye on. Definitely keep an eye on Derek Rivers. He's been looking good in camp. If he can stay healthy, man, look out. Now, as a team as a whole, we're okay. It's the first preseason game. A lot of young players, a lot of free agents played. So you couldn't expect so much. But it was more about, 1, getting out healthy, and 2, seeing the young kids. Yeah, I think we did that. But they actually got a win, so more props to them. So now it's off to Philly. Well, Philly's coming here, actually, Thursday night. Thursday night, 2 days from now, 7:30 on CBS. It's Channel 4 locally. So this should be interesting. You know, several of the Eagles made some comments about the Patriots, about the Patriots organization. So it'll be interesting to see how fans react. Fans tend to react pretty crazy, even in the preseason, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Now, speaking of this game Thursday night, let me tell you what I'm looking for Thursday night. This is what I want to see. I personally want to see more of the rookies playing, and I want to see that they can improve a little bit. I want to see some veteran free agents that we've signed, see what they look like. Let's see these guys. Let's see what they can do. And I want to see more out of our running game. See if they can keep up this pretty decent running attack and continue to move the ball. And I'm dying to see some of our young defensive players again. I love watching young players and watch them as they develop. Now, specifically this Thursday, I want to see Isaiah Wynn play. He's been playing a lot more with the first offense this week since the game last Thursday, so I'm expecting him to start, even though he's kind of struggled a bit in camp in practice. But I'm expecting him hopefully to start. I don't know if he'll start when Brady's out there, because Brady is expected to play. I don't know if he'll start then. But I'm looking forward to seeing Isaiah Wynn play. And 2 cornerbacks, Duke Dawson and Keon Crossan. Duke Dawson was our second-round draft pick, and I am so excited to see what he can do. This kid could be pretty decent. So I want to see what this kid can do. And Keon Crossan, this kid's been busting his butt at Gillette Stadium. Even at the off-season practices and camps and all that other stuff, he's been sticking around and practicing, learning the system, learning the book, learning the plays. So I want to see him play also. But most importantly, no major injuries. Please, no major injuries. That's the last thing we need. Go into the season with injuries. Shh. No injuries. Now, this is interesting. Have you heard of the AAF? No? Well, it's the Alliance of American Football. And apparently, it's launching in February of 2019. And it has a CBS contract. Already has a CBS contract. A starter apparel deal. And apparently an 8-city team. The big thing is that it has the approval of the NFL. And I think the plan may be the NFL is thinking they can send some players who are on the bubble of making their team but not quite ready to send them to this league for more seasoning. You know, the players get cut from the NFL teams, excuse me, in late August, early September for the final cutdowns. So these players could get offered contracts on the Alliance rosters, which is kind of cool. And the Alliance will offer, apparently, up to a 3-year deal for $250,000 in player contracts. That's pretty good for a 3-year deal. Excuse me again. It'll include an out clause if they get a crack at joining the NFL. So that's cool. So they sign this deal, and the NFL comes calling. They can just say, bye-bye, see you later. So that's pretty awesome. That's very cool. And these players can make bonus money from marketing and public appearances. Now, you're thinking, so they do that in the NFL also. Well, the NFL, the big names make all that money. The younger, lesser name players, they don't get that money. No one wants to see them. So it all goes to the bigger, talented players. So this is cool for them. Now, where are these teams located? Well, let me tell you. They're in Atlanta, Birmingham, Alabama, Memphis, Orlando, Phoenix, San Antonio, San Diego, and Salt Lake City. So that's kind of interesting. And you can expect teams to go after the star players that either went to college in that area or grew up in that area. And they've even got the old man, Steve Spurrier, to come out of retirement to coach. So they got some named coaches also, which is kind of cool. And they got some pretty big names from the NFL to help them with the league. Troy Polamalu ex-Pittsburgh Steeler. He's going to handle player matters. So I guess he's going to be in charge of the players, I'm guessing. And Hines Ward and Jared Allen are going to be player relations executives. And Michael Singletary, he's going to be coaching the Memphis team. And Michael Vick is actually getting involved also. He's going to be calling plays for Brad Childress in Atlanta. So that's pretty cool. This could be a really interesting league. Really interesting. And check this out. The games are actually going to be only 2.5 hours long, which will include a 30-second play clock. No kickoffs. What? No kickoffs? Interesting. Teams will get the ball on their own 35-yard line. Now, on a 4th down and long scenario, i.e. 4th and 10, you would normally punt. But instead, the other team gets the ball on their own 35-yard line. But if the offense goes for it, which they have the right to do, the defense, stops them. They get the ball wherever they got stopped. So that's pretty interesting. They're expecting the league to take 3 to 5 years to really get going and be successful. So they have a 5-year plan, it looks like. This league could be pretty interesting. In a league that has the NFL support, that's huge. Now, I wonder if NFL will back it up with money. Makes you wonder. Kind of like a minor league for the NFL, maybe? So this should be interesting. And then you have to wonder, how is this going to affect Vince McMahon's football league that's supposed to start in 2020? That could put a big damper on that. So, anyway, that's the show for today, everybody. A little quick show. And if you're listening on Spreaker, like and subscribe. Apple Podcasts, please subscribe, rate, and review. We are now on Google Podcasts, so you can listen on Google now also. And if you have any questions, comments, or just want to give your perspective on what was discussed here today, you can reach me on Facebook at Roy Brady, email sportsperspective17@gmail.com, Twitter, Roy Brady Jr. Until next week, have a good one. Oh, and by the way, enjoy the game Thursday night. Go Patriots.